You see, my gorgeous Arinies, it's the actual 19th of March that I get quite excited when it comes to you indeed. And the reason why is because there is still like this situation going to arise. Yes, it is going to be a little bit, just a tiny little bit uncomfortable, but it's most certainly going to be the huge, massive turning point for you at the same time. And it's just all about a certain vision that is going to be provided to you, the certain perspective that you wouldn't normally have. The actual 19th of March is going to bring a bit of a tower situation, little tower situation. It's the situation that we don't really like, that we don't want in our lives. But sometimes these things and these tower situations are very much so needed, because we wouldn't end up with a clear focus, and also at the same time we are provided with a shortcut, with a nice shortcut. And when I say shortcut, of course I'm referring to the actual spirituality, I'm referring to the different dimension, but most certainly I'm referring to the fact that there is going to be the possibility after that moment in time, almost immediately, that your life and a certain direction is just going to start flowing rather wonderfully with a swift change. And this is just basically going to be direct result of this tower situation. When the tower situation arises, basically there are certain things that can happen, that certain things that happens that are out of our control, but they happen like almost instantly, and they happen unexpectedly. So therefore the tower situation in tarot card means the situation that it's about to throw you out of balance. It is going to surprise you, but it's also at the same time going to throw you out of balance a little bit, because it is going to it's going to start and it's going to begin the process of a very, very rather important change. And this change wouldn't start, this process wouldn't start otherwise if you didn't have this tower situation. So therefore it's unexpected, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's also going to make you realize something really important about your life, about your journey, about your spirituality, about your dreams, about a certain opportunity. And most certainly, almost immediately, it's going to require from you to make a necessary effort when it comes to the actual abandonment of the certain part of your life. And this is just so important, because this is going to be quite crucial when it comes to your own stability later on, and when it comes to an absolutely beautiful situation that is going to arise, beautiful opportunity that is going to arise at the same time, which is going to be so important. And that opportunity that is going to arise at the same time, I mean the actual manifestation, an important process of manifestation. It's going to start then and there on the actual 19th of March 2020. By the time you get to the last part of March, by the time you get to the end of the March, there is going to be a financial opportunity, and that opportunity is just going to be absolutely everything. It's not so much about the finances, it's not so much about the opportunity, but it's just about your ability. It's about the excitement, it's about the unknown, stage of your life that it's becoming very much so attractive at this point, at this moment in time. But only if you rewind back, time, a few months earlier, if you got to this particular stage, you would be like, oh my lord, what I'm gonna do. But now the energy is just going to be absolutely right. The energy is just going to be absolutely perfect. And this is going to just have such a beautiful and such a strong impact on your life. Because by the time you get to the last part of March, the last day of March, everything is going to start changing for you. And this is going to be brilliant. And I say everything because the balance is going to be absolutely perfect when it comes to your own excitement, when it comes to your own good energy, when it comes to your own dimension that is just going to reflect on you in such a beautiful and wonderful way. You are about to reach the peak, the highest peak of your own radiance. And that's why I'm saying that this is going to be so important, like there is no tomorrow. Let me tell you something else. It is not only about the tower situation that you are going to have. You see, this is very deep and it's very complex and it's going to be incredible. because the actual general energy around the March, throughout the March, is going to be very beautiful, very inspiring, and it is going to be the time in your life when you're just going to start getting this wonderful energy, like go, 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 do it, of awakening, reawakening, which is just going to motivate you, and it's going to awaken you in so many different areas of your life. I'm not saying that you were sleeping, but I'm just saying about this beautiful optimistic energy is just going to be absolutely remarkable. The 19th of March, it's also going to mark an absolutely perfect stage in your life when it comes to the new beginning, when it comes to the new dimension, when it comes to the new stage, when it comes to the new area, because at the same time, without you really realizing, your life is going to go on a rather advanced level, and that it's going to make you really daring as well. And this, my gorgeous Arinie, is pretty much so connected to the fact that you're also going to have the hermit moment. My lord, you've got the tower moment, and now out of this tower moment you've got this hermit moment that is going to come up. What is this hermit moment going to do before the end of the day on the 19th of March? This hermit moment is going to help you to understand yourself. It is about expanding your mind. It is about expanding your energy. It is about the ability to actually reflect on your life in a completely different way by having your own illumination, having the actual peak of radiance, which on another hand means that there is a lot going to be illuminated around you. That means that you are also going to have an important decision that you are going to make. But the decision that you are going to make, it's so much so to do with the last 8 months of your life. The last 8 months of your life that you have been trying. You have been trying to do something, you have been trying to achieve something, but it was all about you realizing that now this is starting to drain your energy, and it's time for you to really basically start looking at things like a slightly differently, but moving away from them. This is to do with your own self-illumination, which is just going to help you to realize the certain self-denial. It's all about this self-denial that you are going to have, which is going to help you so much with the actual progress. One of the biggest progresses that you are actually going to have this year, my gorgeous Arinie, it's going to be the fact that you will decide to actually withdraw yourself from this situation through the actual realization about self-denial. So this, it's going to be very important moment in time, because it's at the same time almost immediately going to bring you important balance, balance that you didn't have. That balance is going to be absolutely remarkable, because it's at the same time something is going to be confirmed to you through your spirit guide, through your spiritual leader. It's the certain word or the certain words are just going to be around you until you realize. It could be just one word indeed, but until you realize that this is going to happen, this is going to manifest, this is going to become, important and significant for you to pick out of all the things around you at the right moment in time. This is all going to lead towards your own justice. It is a very important stage that it's starting, and you are most certainly going to feel like, wow, thank you, Lord, my justice. This is what this is what I really deserve. This is what I really want. This is how I really want my life to be. This is how I really want my life to unfold. Why am I doing this if I don't want to do this? Why am I focusing on things that I don't want to focus when I want to be, maybe if things are not making you happy, and things like that. It's a very strong and powerful realization that you were kind of holding yourself from kind of going through this absolutely remarkable doors, but now the energy is going to be absolutely balanced, The energy is going to be perfect, it's going to be well balanced, and most certainly it's just going to be rather harmonious, and everything is going to change. And you're also at the same time going to realize that you escaped like a little bit of like a danger. If this situation didn't arise, if this situation didn't happen, then you would have kind of gone towards like the wrong stage, the wrong area, towards the wrong path in your life, where you would be kind of like a draining your energy surrounded by toxic people, and that would kind of provide a certain kind of danger that you wouldn't want to be around. So it's absolutely wonderful. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Arinie, and it's for March 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Arinie, and it's for March 2020. And of course that your number when it comes to the actual numerology is bum bum bum, number 13, 1-3. Oh my lord, an important start which is literally going to change your life. This is a sacred month. This is a very sacred moment in time. And it's about this energy that is just going to motivate you, about this energy that is going to make you feel really brave, about this energy that is just going to really boost your confidence like there is no tomorrow. But the bottom line is, it's just all about the actual transformation. This is going to be the highly transformational time for you in many different ways. It is not only going to awaken you, it is not going to create and start an absolutely massive, huge spiritual awakening, but it's all about the grounding and the strength and the power, creativity that is just going to bring a new promise, a new perspective. But it's all about the energy that is returning into your sign, and this energy was missing for the last 6 years. This energy is returning, and it's going to have such a wonderful boom like there is no tomorrow. It is all about your own rebirth. It is all about your own vision, but it's all coming through your own radiance, which is going to lead towards the biggest wake-up call you had, because it's all going to lead towards making an absolutely massive and important decision. Number 13 also means not only transformation, but there is going to be like a really bizarre experience that you are going to have this month. This bizarre experience, strange experience, different experience is going to make you feel like a little bit spooked out. But it's very important to understand that when you have this bizarre, weird, spooky experience at some point throughout this month, it's very important to know that this is also your sign from the spirit guides. This is also your sign from the guardian angels. This is also the sign from the universe and your subconscious mind that you are going to have a very, very important decision that you're actually going to make. And this decision that you are going to make is going to indicate an absolutely mind-blowing moment in time when it comes to your own liberation, but also when it comes to growth of personal power and courage. This is absolutely fantastic moment in time, because you're also going to have an important creative idea, okay? And creative idea that you're going to have, it's going to be almost guaranteed way for your success, which is on another hand going to open so many paths for you, which is the perfect time to try new things, perfect time to be as adventurous as you can, perfect time to be as open-minded as you can. The March is most certainly not the time like to stay at home and just expect things to like happen. No, baby, no. It requires the adjustment, readjustment, and impact and influence from you by creating your own energy, by being there, by actually throwing yourself out into every situation, but be as active as you can. Even if you don't feel like, oh God, if you don't feel like going out, or even if you don't feel like being active, even if you don't feel like doing something that you need to do on a particular days, you are going to be sacredly guided. You're going to do really well. You're going to be absolutely brilliant. So it doesn't really matter. This is so amazing, because also what else I was going to say, that number 13 also indicate the fact that it's going to boil down to one particular thing, which is just going to start get this things going like so beautifully. An invitation, opportunity, it's going to arise, and this is so much so to do with an advancement. It's going to be very attractive almost immediately, and it's going to come with an element of surprise. This is absolutely brilliant, but there is a certain request that is going to be required from you. So you just have to kind of listen to things, just kind of focus and follow things through. On another hand, this is all about the actual challenge that you are going to have at the same time, position, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and most certainly it's going to be a remarkable starting point. You just have to trust yourself. On another hand, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Arinie, this is really important. There are a few things that are going to be quite significant. The thing number one is, I know that your digestion and stomach, very sensitive indeed. Digestion, stomach, it's going to be very sensitive, so I would highly suggest you to drink as much as water as you can throughout the month to flush out the toxins out of the system. Try to drink also organic aloe vera juice, okay? Organic aloe vera juice, if you could have it every single morning, it would be fantastic. Try to take friendly bacteria. Try to take like a natural, organic, like a yogurts, you know, natural yogurts, without any chemicals or anything like that, with just with the friendly bacteria. It's going to be very important for you to boost your friendly bacteria by getting the good guys in and getting the bad guys out. So this is something that I would highly suggest you as well. On another hand, what I think is quite important as well, if you can drink like a chamomile tea, organic chamomile tea, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's way more than just a tea. It does such a wonderful things when it comes to your stomach and when it comes to your digestion. Without sugar, sugar is terrible. And if you need to put some sugar, some sweetener, then you put like a stevia, or you put like organic honey, like if you must, you know. But this is just something that I highly recommend you. And also a little bit of organic, like unwaxed lemon. Tastes quite nice. On another hand, what else I was going to say, it's very important to take a nice dose of B vitamins as well. B vitamins are very important when it comes to the actual nervous system. There is going to be a little bit of stress that you are going to have throughout the month, but that's nothing unusual. But also B vitamins, B vitamin complex is quite important when it comes to your digestive system as well. So if you get like a natural B vitamin complex or food high in B vitamins. What else I was going to say, please to try to keep on taking organic acerola cherry powder. I said this millions of times and I say it again. It's a natural form of vitamin C, and if you can take this every single morning on an empty stomach, you take a little glass of water, organic acerola cherry powder, 1 teaspoon, mix it up and drink it, and that is going to replenish your vitamin C levels, and it's really wonderful and it's fantastic, and it's going to protect you from a cold and flu, which I also think that it's going to be the case here. And inside your mouth it's going to be quite sensitive, and this is also at the same time going to help you with the sensitivity inside your mouth. And of course, I highly suggest you to stay away from a fluoride toothpaste with a fluoride, just a toothpaste without fluoride, and a mouthwash without fluoride. This is something that I highly recommend. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. Or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now going on the very first date. Now before I do this, you see, I'm just gonna have a sip of my little coffee. Do you see, this is my little mug. Look at this. I feel vavavoommish. That's because I feel vavavoommish, because I'm doing a reading, my gorgeous Arinie, you see. And that's behind what's saying on the other side. Look. Sasha Bonasin. So if you would like to buy this beautiful, gorgeous mug, then you can just look underneath. You will see it's advertised. You will see I feel vavavoommish. See this? Okay, just a second. 3rd of March. My gorgeous Arinie, the very first date is of course going to be 3rd of March. This is so important because you know why? It's you've got lots of little yin-yang moments, you see, which is really interesting. But sometimes, you know, this is how it is. It just gets us to kind of go towards the certain direction, towards the certain dimension that we wouldn't normally go towards. But this is so important because there is the certain, like a little bit of conflict that is going to be quite significant here. But this conflict is not going to be directly connected to somebody. It's more like to do with a certain calamity. The certain, like a crisis, is coming from the certain crisis that created a problem by itself, in itself. And this is so important because at the same time, somebody who really think the world of you, somebody who really loves you, like somebody who is in your life, like your friend, your family member, somebody who knows you really well. It's at the same time going to tell you something, and it's going to be such a wonderful advice, and most certainly something that you should definitely do. You should definitely go for it, because immediately this is going to be an important beginning stage when it comes to invocation, and also when it comes to clear focus that you wouldn't normally have, and that is going to make you kind of to think in a certain way, which is going to kind of also on another hand make you to react in a different way, and that in itself is going to surprise you what you're going to kind of go for, what is going to attract you, what is going to be calling you, what is going to be inviting you. And there is going to be the situation that is going to arise out of this, and this situation is going to be pretty much so to connected to your destiny and and fortune, because it's going to come directly through you, through your own reaction, which is just going to surprise you. So therefore, you're going to become the part of the situation, the part of the group of people that you wouldn't normally be. And that in itself is just going to start a certain process, and it's going to require reaction from you. And that particular reaction is going to be different. That particular reaction is going to be absolutely everything. And most certainly it's going to directly show you that there is an end to a problem. It's coming slowly. And that problem was the part of your life for 10 months because it made you very indecisive. So now there's going to be an important conclusion, and that conclusion that you're going to have, it's immediately going to be connected to another unexpected event, but this time it's going to be very, very beautiful, very positive, and very significant, because it's going to start a process of movement and swift activity and change there where it was really, really slow for a while. And this is going to create certain bravery, certain confidence, focus that you didn't have, and most certainly the time of the transition, change, okay? And it's so important because you will know that there's a certain stage of your life that is coming to an end, so there's going to be some kind of abandonment here, but most importantly is to do with the sacrifice, readjustment, which is going to lead towards the regeneration and rebirth. Very, very important indeed. You see, what else I was going to say, it's what is quite significant, like the fact that you are going to have a very spiritual time and when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your karma, when it comes to your understanding, this is going to be very important stage that you're going to be going through. I highly suggest you to look at this. Absolutely wonderful, remarkable, very powerful, very strong. One of the most powerful crystals that you can actually get. It's called moldavite. This is a really nice, quite lovely piece, and basically sometimes they're quite difficult to get. You see, these are absolutely gorgeous little crystals, but they're fantastic and remarkable when it comes to the changes, when it comes to the prosperity, when it comes to our spirituality, when it comes to our spiritual growth, but it's also when it comes to our spiritual growth and when it comes to our protection, they're absolutely fantastic, and very, very important, and also it is just so much to do with activation of all the chakras as well, that it's going to be quite as significant for you to actually pay attention to throughout this month. This is absolutely brilliant when it comes to activation of all the chakras. Moldavite is absolutely remarkable. So it's something that I would highly suggest you, because also, especially when you're going through this spiritual growth, it's going to help you to grow to your maximum level. It's going to help you to grow to achieve the deepest levels of your own spirituality. So therefore, it's all about this understanding and going through these things, like with you activate mind, you activate your mind in a certain way, in a different way with this. This comes with a sterling silver, like a wiring, and also it comes with a sterling silver chain. And if you would like to buy this gorgeous moldavite, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But this is something that I would highly suggest you to wear throughout March and throughout April, so you can help yourself to spiritually grow and also to achieve its maximum levels. And therefore, that helps you to get the best possible impact in your life. Okay, the second important date, my gorgeous Arinies, is actually going to be, of course, on the 13th of March, 1-3. Now, the 13th of March is an important day because it's the beginning of something very special. It's the beginning of the actual, an important and meaningful experience. The meaningful experience that you are going to have on the 13th of March is just going to change everything, because it's going to inspire you, it's going to give you an idea, it's going to make you feel really good, it's going to give you lots of energy, it's going to make you instantly creative, and you will know that there's a certain departure and journey that is going to be connected to this situation straight away. On another hand, it's all about you. It's all about you taking your life on a completely different level. And that in itself, it's going to show you and provide you with an advancement. And you will know, you will be aware of that like almost immediately. It's all about the actual motivation behind someone very perfect, absolutely perfect in your life. And that in itself, it's going to make you realize something, and that is just going to create an important moment in time when it comes to the actual wisdom, sound judgment, serene knowledge. You know, it's absolutely important to say that there is going to be the realization that you're going to have, but this is going to be so significant when it comes to you reflecting on your life in a completely different way, which is going to help you to make an important decision, because you will know it's time to stop dragging this energy behind you. Make an important decision, move on. And this is going to be so significant because it's going to be directly connected to the fact in your life where you feel like a completely frequently like restrained, you know. And this is going to help you quite a lot to set yourself free. Important indeed. Okay, the third important date, my gorgeous Arienies, it's actually going to be on the 31st of March. Of course, the 31st of March is going to be an important day. Now, this is going to be so significant when it comes to the actual improvement. You know, this is an important improvement is going to take place, in particular when it comes to your own development, when it comes to your own promotion, and when it comes to the outcome of the past effort. Indeed, because this is going to start your own rebirth through you feeling great, through you feeling amazing, through you having this absolutely mind-blowing boost of creativity at the same time. And that is going to become even more significant by the end of the day, because you are going to have an absolutely remarkable resolution of the problem here, huge problem, beautiful conclusion. And this is going to bring you gorgeous solace, healing, satisfactory result indeed. But it's so much so to do with the compromise, you know, compromise which is going to inspire you like there is no tomorrow. Absolutely wonderful, beautiful, and very important moment in time, my gorgeous Arienies. Okay, so now what I was going to say now, basically going on the very first part of March 2020, you see the very first week, very first part of March is just going to feel so strange but good, unusual but different but great, because it's just going to kind of make you feel like you are having a beautiful rebirth right from the beginning of the month. It's going to make you feel very rejuvenating, and this is going to be so beautiful because that is just going to start awakening you in so many different ways, and it's going to be rather wow-woomish moment that you're going to feel right from the very first day of March 2020. It's so important because there's going to be a very good news that you're going to hear about your own security and power, and that in itself is going to help you to make an important decision, which is just going to go for another 3 months, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So June 2020 is going to be very significant and important when it comes to the actual decision that you are going to make, and that decision is coming directly from the fact that you are having an opportunity that you didn't have before, and this is clearly coming from an absolutely remarkable part of your life, a part of your journey that you are going to have, and it's all about you being efficient, and it's all about you picking up your rewards now at the same time. You know, it's so brilliant because I can see you like moving away from a very very toxic situation and a very toxic person here that was like kind of draining your energy, and it was really, really, really time to move on, because that started to kind of act, and that started to affect your own vibrancy, and therefore that started to affect your own energy and illumination. And when that happens, it kind of prevents you from moving on in your life until you actually deal with this particular situation. This is very important, but by the time you get to the mid-March, you will know that it's time to move on. And it's just some kind of brave energy that you wouldn't normally have. But this brave energy is going to be absolutely everything, because at the same time it is going to start, it is going to become a very important part of your life when it comes to your own manifestation. The mid-March is also going to bring you like an absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing liberation, good feeling, excitement, absolutely brilliant. And what else I was going to say, of course, like a tiger's eye. I again highly suggest you to wear tiger's eye also, but in particular throughout March and April, but in particular when you're surrounded by the people that are very draining, or that when you're surrounded by the people that are not very good to you, that are making you feel really negative or uncomfortable, that means that they're sending this particular energy towards you. So therefore, in order to protect yourself, because spiritually you're going to be quite open, of course, so you're going to be picking up all sorts of signals and informations around you, which is brilliant, but that leaves you sensitive to people with these type of energies. So that's why you get like a tiger's eye crystal, and you wear it every single time when you're surrounded by the negative people. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But the mid-March is going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing situation when it comes to your own liberation. And this is so brilliant. And you will not even know what it is until you reach this absolutely fantastic point, because that affected you. That liberation, it's to do with you feeling really powerless for the last 11 months. But at the same time, this powerless situation made you feel like a lack of motivation. It made you feel like you are having a lack of motivations, and that motivation, and that kind of created a certain delays you wouldn't normally have. This is so important, because immediately there is going to be the return of an option opportunity, and this is something that you had at some moment, at some time in the past, and it was unfinished business. You decided to leave it, so now this is going to return, and most certainly it's going to become a highly important moment in time when it comes to not only vision, promise, but the actual success as well. And it's going to provide you with two important mind-blowing choices that you wouldn't normally have. It's absolutely fantastic, because on one hand, you're going to be tested, a little bit, and you're going to be tested a little bit when it comes to your own power, when it comes to your own stamina, when it comes to your own energy, because most certainly there is going to be like a challenging situation that you're going to do and have by the time we get to the last part of March, and you're going to do so well, because it is just all about the hope and an absolutely mind-blowing prospect that you are going to have. This is what it all boils down, my gorgeous Arinie, the life change. Your life is going to start changing. It's going to be absolutely remarkable, and you are going to feel it in many different ways. This is because the balance of energies is going to be absolutely perfect. By the time we get to the last part of March, this is all about the bright prospect, new direction, new opportunities with limitless possibilities. But on another hand, when it comes to your own balance as well, you will realize that this is going to be so brilliant when it comes to all those stages and areas of your lives where you felt like completely restrained. It's so important, because it's also going to be within the last 2 years. This is just going to be such a refreshing moment in time, such a refreshing month, especially when it comes to the actual reflection in the last couple of 2 years, what was happening. A very, very important decision you are going to be able to make, and this decision will be connected to this bright prospect, the new path, new beginning, new option, new start. You see, it's important. It's a very, very important decision that you are going to make. And that in itself, it's going to open your eyes towards the future, and it's also going to help you to end a certain problem and a certain part of your life that slowly came to an end, slowly came to a certain completion. It's so exciting because you will be happy about this ending. You're going to be very, very excited. And only if we go back like a year ago, you would be like, oh no, no, no. But now, my babies, your power will be so enhanced and you're reaching an absolutely remarkable stage in your life. Time to celebrate, time to enjoy yourself, time to love your life, time to start living, time to think about the balance. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Okay, and it's all about the actual skill, an important discovering about yourself, an important uniqueness about yourself. It's going to come to the surface at the end of this month, and this is so brilliant because most certainly it's going to bring you so much inspiration, so much potential, you know, and that in itself is going to be incredible moment in time when it comes to your own readjustment, regeneration and rebirth. But most certainly it's about the opportunity that you are going to have at the end of this month, the opportunity that is going to literally change your life. Oh my God, my gorgeous Arinie, this month is going to be absolutely remarkable. Remarkable in many, many, many different ways. This is highly important when it comes to your own transformation and reaching very, very high levels of your own spiritual journey. But it's just to do with the things that you love doing, things that you know how to do, but most certainly it's going to come in a form of an absolutely mind-blowing, life-changing opportunity that you're actually going to have at the end of the month. Wonderful indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to connect to those of you that are in relationship. You see, those of you that are in relationship, you see, your partner needs to be very, very careful because there is going to be kind of a negative person around your partner, so I need you to be a little bit careful. So if your partner wants to like kind of invest, if your partner wants to negotiate, you know, that's all great, but not really to go for it. They can try to do it, but I wouldn't really suggest if you're your partner to do any type of investment or negotiations throughout this month. Maybe April it's fine, May it's going to be fine, June is going to be fine, but just March, just to stay away from any kind of like risk-taking thing. So this is something that I want to kind of warn you about. And also your partner is going to find out a little bit of a snaky in a grassy, and that's why I just want your partner to stick to themselves, to basically not to talk about their personal life, personal like financial situations or anything like that, just to keep certain things for themselves throughout this month until you know at least who the little snaky in the grassy is going to be. And another thing I was going to say, which is going to be really important when it comes to you too, you are reaching a highly significant stage. Something very important is going to happen. Something very important is going to take central stage. But this is to do with the people who have been together for a long time, people who love each other so much, and people who have been waiting, for those couples that have been waiting like a turnaround, really important turnaround. There is a very important turnaround about to happen, and it's going to provide you with a mind-blowing opportunity for both of you by the end of this month. But it's something that you both wanted, something that you both expected, but it's going to come with an element with an element of surprise because the timing is going to happen slightly earlier. Very, very good indeed, my gorgeous Arinies. Okay, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Arinies, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you know, this is so important. There are a couple of things that are going to be quite significant. Number one is you will be going out and you will be meeting many people and you're going to be flirting like there is no tomorrow, and you're gonna love it because there's a lot of flirting that you're gonna have back, and this is gonna be very good for your own self-esteem. This is going to be very good for your energy. This is going to be very good for your confidence, and you're going to meet quite a few different people that are going to be very important on your journey later on. On another hand, what else I was going to say, there's a one person that is just going to come through and it's not going to be the right person, and then there is another person that is going to come through and it's just going to take one step at a time, but it's going to be the right person. So there are a couple of significant people that you're going to have. One is not going to be right, the other one is going to be right. But both of them are going to be an important part of your spirituality, and through both of them, you're going to learn something really important. But that person who's going to be the right person for you is just going to unfold one step at a time. So you just have to give it a time. But most importantly, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it's a very significant stage when it comes to meeting people, and you will see exactly what I mean. There are going to be lots of opportunities out there, but there is someone very, very special coming, my gorgeous Arinie. There is someone very, very special about to walk into your life. Okay, my gorgeous Arinie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous Arinie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.